Welcome to the MMHP and the 989, channeling all styles and eras of Michigan music history. Recorded live inside the Rock Legends Hall of Fame in Bay City, Michigan. Featuring Dr. J, Sir Fred, Mr. Mike, and your host, Scott Baker.
Here we are back with part 2 with Mike Richards from ADABOY. We're going to catch up over the past year, everything he's done with the band, from the sessions, the songs, the singles, including the drummer lineup change. And there's been a couple. Mike's definitely still 100% still in the game. He's even retired from teaching, and now he is going to full-time put ADABOY out there into the world. And he's recording from here in Michigan all the way to Nashville, as well as putting out that awesome Detroit Lions song. And hear about all of that right here in episode 2 with Mike Richards here in the MMHP and the 989.
Hey, welcome everybody. We're back here at the Michigan Rock and Roll Legends Hall of Fame studio at the Historic Museum of Bay County. And we have a very special guest, actually a return guest, Mike Richards of ADABOY. Mike, welcome.
Oh, thanks so much.
Hey, Mike.
Thank you. Well, glad to be back.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. And we've got some big news that I know you want to share with our listeners. And it involves everybody's favorite football team from around here, the Detroit Lions. ADABOY has composed a great new song called Uncaged. And we want to talk to you about that first of all. So when did you guys come up with a concept of doing a song that could possibly be used by the Lions to come charging out of the tunnel at Ford Field? So tell us a little bit about the background.
Yeah, so last time I was here, we had already begun like our trips down to Nashville to begin to record our album. And so we went down several times, and we pretty much finished the album this last time down in Nashville, and then we came home, and all of us were Lions fans like all of our life. And so it just happened to be like, we're talking about it during practice, and and just the way Dan Campbell would talk about his team and like the mindset. And ADABOY has always been kind of like our mission, or our platform has always been about a strong mindset, or ADABOY is about overcoming. And so we write music about overcoming trials and tribulations, and having mental fortitude, and growth mindset, forward thinking music. And just the way that Dan Campbell would talk about his team, it was pretty much, it aligned with already what ADABOY was already like on the onset of like putting this type of music out to the world. And so I said, hey, let's go to Detroit. Like let's find a studio that in Detroit where we can go and just write a jock jams type of song that I don't
So
even,
let me interject here.
Yeah.
You went to Detroit before you actually had the song written?
So that's kind of a funny story too. We wrote a song called Song of the North. And so that was the song that we thought that we were going to record for the Detroit Lions, or just like an ode to the Lions like mindset of Detroit grit, getting kicked down for years but never giving up. And but once we got down there, we went to Pro Sound Studios, and Chuck Ocasian was the producer down there, and we sought him out because he had actually wrote the Big House song with Pop Evil.
Oh, okay.
And Pop Evil is a Michigan like rock band, and they went down and co-wrote the Big House, which is used in the Big House down in Ann Arbor. It's one of the songs that they play during the football games. And so we were like, okay, well, that's the guy. He already has experience, writing these type of jock jams type of tunes. And so we went down there, showed him our song, Song of the North, and he liked it, but he pretty much told us like, it's not really, what you're asking him to do. It wasn't really quite hitting the mark. So we actually shelved that song, and we're reworking that song. So that's another song on the album coming. But then we wrote Uncaged in a day.
Okay, how did you go about doing this? Do you have the the melody, or do you have it like a groove?
Started from
and then you
scratch.
put words over it, or do you have words and then you
This
start
is how it
matching
started.
I hear Gary Glitter Rock and Roll Part 2 starting.
Yeah.
Then I hear the hey. I played it for my girlfriend last night, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he just totally took that rhythm and then the haze."
It's
And then we wanted to know Lions of the North, but you already answered that question. Who are Lions of the North? Who's the Lions of the South?
true.
But you answered that because you wrote it out of another song. So But
Right.
you totally Gary Glitter. I heard all that. Yeah.
Totally did, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is, yeah, it started with the da 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 da, and like and that's what Chuck was like, trying to get this melody out of us. And so we're all looking at each other in the studio, and then I come up with like this. I'm like, what about something bouncy, but it's got a hip like the kind of like that feel. And so the melody came da 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 da. So that's how it started. And then we literally, as a group, we mulled over the lyrics, and Chuck helped produce it. He mixed, produced, engineered it along with us as we wrote it together.
And you two singers are on that song, right?
So Joe Belbaugh is actually taking the lead on this.
Right.
Yep. And so I think that's the special thing about ADABOY is we'll write a song, and the song is in the middle of this group. It's not like, even if like maybe I come up with the melody, it doesn't mean that it's like I have to write the whole thing. Like, so it's like, whose voice will best fit this genre that we're writing in the moment. And so we look at each other and it's awesome the way we work, because there's no ego. It's like, where can we put our best foot forward? And Joe's voice, he's a strong vocalist. And so it just was natural. Like, Joe, you want to take the lead, and then I'll sing the harmonies back and forth behind, in the verses. So.
Yeah, it really works well. And again, when you put it up on Facebook, I was blown away by the logo that you put up with the song. It was just so cool. And we talked a little bit before the program about using that for an ADABOY t-shirt. And maybe you could kind of go into that a little bit if somebody wanted to get one of those Uncaged shirts, which I would think everybody would be pretty hot to have one of those.
Yeah.
How do they go about doing this?
Yeah, these are normally we make a shirt for every release, but for this particular song, we decided that they're going to be limited edition and exclusively sold on our Ada store, which is adaboymerch.com, ADABOY merch.com, and you can only get it on our store. We won't be having them like in physical, like during our shows at our merch booth. So only online, but it's over the winter time. I guess, yeah, a lot's happened in a year. We signed with Red39 Records over the December winter time. This is a management record label company. Chip Latham has been a godsend to us. This dude's the real deal. He was the manager who found Hootie and the Blowfish when they were playing clubs before they were anybody, and he brought them up. He's managed Rod Stewart. He's managed Prince. He's actively one of the road managers for the Rolling Stones. And he's part of the old crew. He's been with them for 30 plus years.
Wow.
And so he believes in us. He says crazy things like we're the next Queen. it's like wild. We don't believe that, obviously, because Queen is Queen, but he believes in us, and so he's been with us for it's coming up on 8 or 9 months, and we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. We have a digital marketing campaign, like a platform that he uses, where if you notice, like our social medias have like kind of blown up lately. Like we've been posting like crazy, and it's all because we have like this Google Calendar that he uses, and he front loads all of our content with our music, and he uses AI to lyrics sync our music, and then so we actually have posts that are set out for December even. And so we don't have to think about, like, we're kind of front loading all of the social media posts.
Yeah. Well, the last time you were here, you were still a school teacher, and
Yes.
that's been a big change for you. You've kind of decided to go all in on the music now, right? Can
Yeah,
you kind of
August
tell us a little
1st.
bit about that decision and what's going on in that field?
Well, I mean, I was teaching for 15 years, and I didn't really I didn't know ADABOY was going to have everything kind of aligned, in a way that it kind of showed that we could actually make it a career and like a financial career. And so August 1st, I put in my resignation as
Last year or this year?
this year.
Okay.
Yep.
Because our last interview was in July of last year. So
Oh yeah, so it was a while. Yeah. So I did almost basically a whole school year, and this school year really kind of it just showed that I had kind of hit my ceiling. I felt like I couldn't go any further with what I was doing. The job was, I think my lessons were already like I had lesson plans for 15 years. So, as you know, as a former teacher,
Sure.
We look at our lessons from, and say, okay, this is a great lesson. I'm going to put this in, but you don't actually write the lessons. And so the job gets exponentially easier as you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like the job was just, I wasn't being challenged enough, I guess. And I would show the kids like the music, and I just told them like, I got to do this. Like, this is, the best thing I can do. I think I even said this the last time is I gotta lead by example, and the best thing I can do is to actually go out there and do it.
Yeah.
And
Well, whenever I talk about Attaboy with anybody, I always say this is the band that I think, could go to the next level. You've got a lot of things going for you. The vocals I thought are just terrific. The harmonies, like you said, both you and
Joe,
are great lead singers, and even your lead guitar player is
Vincent,
pretty good
he's a
singer in
great
his own
singer.
right. Yeah, so you got that going, and the musicianship is top notch, and you got great songs. So yeah, why don't we talk a little bit? I don't think we really talked about the other guys in the band very much the first time you were here. So why don't we start out with Joe? He's the bassist, right? And
Yep.
one of the lead vocalists.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
yeah, give us a little background on him.
Joe Belbaugh from Saginaw, Michigan. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a phenomenal guitar player, piano player, a great vocalist. And he was the guy that I met with when we first said, like, okay, I kind of bribed him with the steak dinner. And so we went out to Saginaw and we had dinner. I'm like, let's try to do this for real. And so Joe and I were kind of like the founding members of like the rebranding or like the revitalization of Attaboy. And then we went through a couple of members, and then we brought Vincent Modern. He's from the Grand Blanc area, Davison, Grand Blanc area.
And he's your lead guitar
He's
player?
our lead guitarist. And he is he's an acclaimed guitarist. I mean, he was in the Christian music scene for a long time. And he's charted. I mean, this guy he's really the catalyst that kind of took us down to Nashville and had all the connections to show us kind of the pathway and on how to make it a viable career. So Vince is very pivotal in our success. And then our newest member, I'm happy to say, I'm ecstatic to say, longtime brother of Joe and myself. The local folks will know Mr. Steve Nyquist. And Steve Nyquist has been a long-time drummer of the Sprout and the Orange, which is a great band in this area. So only a couple months ago, we offered the position to Steve Nyquist. And Steve and I were actually in college at Saginaw Valley together. We were both in the percussion studio. And so we both have our degree in music. We're both drummers by trade, and Steve's been teaching drums for years, and he's a great singer. He's a piano player. So basically all the guys in this band are multi-instrumentalists.
And Steve is a Bay City guy?
Steve is from Saginaw.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So we have two Saginaw guys, Davison, and I'm from Bay City.
Yeah. Well, I saw the new lineup when you played on Midland Street a few weeks ago, and it really sounded great. So, yeah, I want to congratulate you on, what you're doing. That's really fantastic. I wanted to just go back to the T-shirt thing for a second. Are you going to go? Is it just T-shirts, or do you have the long sleeve tees too? Are those?
Yeah, we have long sleeves, sweaters, sweatpants, all on our website.
Okay.
There's certain items that are exclusively on our website.
Okay. With the Unchained one, would that have a couple different possibilities? In other words, would you have a long sleeve tee?
It's definitely coming. Yeah,
okay.
we've only released it. They've only been out for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So yeah, the multi. Yeah, we're gonna be having it all.
Yeah. Okay. That really sounds like a winner to me.
Awesome.
Being a big Lion guy that goes way back.
Yeah.
The 1950s.
You can get
I
them
mean,
in
I
white, get
remember
'em in
Doak
black.
Walker and Bobby Lane. That's just.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I grew up. Joe has stories of his grandpa and his, throwing stuff at the TV, and I remember my dad throwing stuff, and just, we've always wanted a winner, and it's like.
Yeah. Well, I was a little worried after that first game. They didn't look real good against the Packers, but last week, that was more like the Lions we expect.
I was on Z93 last week promoting Uncaged, and Matt from Z93 said they seemed a little caged.
Yeah, that's put it mildly.
But I think they righted the ship.
Yeah.
Putting a 50 on it.
Yeah, they got a big game coming up with the Ravens.
Monday
that's
night.
Monday Night Football next week. That's a big one there.
Big litmus test. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, last year you were discussing your, I believe it was a management team, PGM or PMG or
Yep. PCG.
PCG.
PCG Universal.
Are you still with them?
So we've worked with them on a couple different things. So basically, they're more of like a consultant for us.
Okay.
And he told us, Bernard Porter,
Yeah.
he told us that, we got to win over Michigan. And we were like looking at each other, well, how are we going to do that? And then once we wrote this Uncaged song, we're like, guys, do you realize that we're kind of barking up the tree of what Bernard told us to do like a year and a half ago, like to win over Michigan, like. And we did it inadvertently, not almost unintentionally. And so this song Uncaged is, it's going to bring, we feel, we're over 40,000 organic views, over 300 plus shares on social media. And our management company, Chip, he says, we're going to put an ad campaign, because just like any small business, you have to invest in marketing, right, to grow. And sometimes you can hit lightning, but you got to have a marketing budget for a small business. And so we, as a group, we kind of put our chips all in one pot, and we allocate, for that. And so we're going to be putting an ad campaign together that's probably going to be launching this week, actually. And we're going to be targeting like all of Michigan and all the way down to 75, down to Nashville, because we still have a Nashville presence, and we're still building relationships down there too.
Well, this is Uncaged is going to be, a great song to really, kick your album off too.
I think it's going to be
Man,
awesome.
to have something like that grabs a lot of attention and, then release the album with it on there. Yes, indeed.
We're proud of it. Yeah.
So you still used PCG going into this new management team you've signed it with?
Yeah, I would say they're, like I said, more a consultant.
Okay.
But we actually are signed with Red39 Records.
Okay. Now, and then are you still using the same producer down in Nashville that you were using when we last left off?
You know what? We kind of, no, we used the one producer for the first and second trip down to Nashville. And then we started using, because we recorded at the Castle Recording Studios.
Yeah, but there's a different studio you mentioned. It was.
And we went to Ocean Way, Nashville.
Ocean Way,
That's
yeah.
on Music Row.
Yep.
Yeah. And
That's the last one I left off on. Yep.
Yeah. We actually didn't have a producer that time. We went down there and kind of produced ourselves. We did work with Joe Baldridge,
Yep.
who is the Ocean Way is actually owned by Belmont University, which is a world-renowned audio recording mixing school where people come from all over around the world to hone their craft in Nashville. And so Joe Baldridge is like the main teacher there. And so he was in the studio with us. And I mean,
You were talking about drinking Bon Jovi's tea.
yeah,
with
Bon
him.
Jovi's tea. We still drink it. Taylor Swift recorded a few of her albums there. Lainey Wilson was there the week before we were there.
So you finished the record there? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, and the record did get wrapped. Did you manage to put out a single every 2.5 months as you predicted?
We have actually been putting out a single every 6 to 7 weeks.
6 to 7 weeks. So every song for the record's just about out now at this point.
Well, we didn't start putting it out until the record was done. And so, yeah, like with the last time I was here, we hadn't started releasing.
You had
So there was a
2 or
gap.
3 out when you
we
came here
released
last
Time
year.
Voices Run,
That was the newest one. I
and there was
believe, at that
about
point.
probably like almost a year gap
Okay, before you got one out.
before we released Man I Am.
Okay,
Yeah, so there was a gap.
Okay.
We just wanted to. We felt like
it was like
knew-
your marketing campaign on your podcast.
Yeah,
That's what. Yeah.
that was the thing. Like we're just making this up as we go. But once we in that December we signed with Red39, that's when he started to like put the vision behind where you need content, for these songs if you're going to put them out, and so yeah, really once we signed with Red39, that's when we actually were more on the track of what you were saying, where it's like more of like a 6 to 8 week type of release,
Yeah, which was your goal anyway.
which
Yeah.
was the goal. Yeah. And so now we're just starting it.
Red 39. Are they out of Nashville too?
It's South Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yep.
Oh, Hootie area too.
Yep.
So
That's where they're
okay.
from. Yep.
Yeah,
Chip Latham
okay.
lives out there, and so we Zoom with him every week.
Okay.
He's been all winter long. I've been in school, learning, taking notes from him, and it's really an awesome situation. He only takes on 4 artists at a time to really give like his attention to them, and and he teaches how to do it on the back end, and he's fully expecting us to take over creating the content and doing this ourselves, at certain times. So that's where me, leaving my full-time job comes in. I'm going to be switching over to not only being a songwriter and a performer, but I'm also going to be doing all the social media posts. We're going to keep up the website on our own. So all of that business, it's all on, like, we're doing it internally.
Or do you book the band too, Mike?
Joe, we're all booking. Yep. So
okay.
everybody has our EPK, which is an electronic press kit, and which Chip has helped us updated all that. Yeah, I mean, like with the review awards last year.
I was going to just mention that next. Like you left off 12, I think you said last year, and how many this year?
I think we won 5 or 6.
Yeah, you were still on another streak this year's one.
Yeah, I think we broke records last year.
Yeah.
We won the most. Like I think Bob said it was like a sweep of the big ones, I guess. So very humbling. Like it's amazing.
Wow, that's good.
That's cool, man. No, I wanted to bring up the review awards because that was a huge talking point in the episodes coming out this week. Before we mentioned the next batch that you would have won this year, leading into your summer, which was very busy too.
Yeah, over this past winter we learned a bunch of covers too.
Oh,
And so we learned probably close to 100 different songs, and so we just wanted to diversify ourselves out. And the club bar owners, we would show them like, this is our originals, but we also have we're a variety band too, but we play these songs, and we tell them like we mix them up, and so we're about 70-30, 70 covers, 30% originals.
Yeah.
And
That's
we're still
my life.
Yeah. And we're still getting gigs, and places are booking us. We're already booking into March of 2026.
Good.
So
What were some of the highlights of shows that you did this year? Because I saw your name on a lot of different platforms this year.
Like a couple of years ago, we opened up for like 38 Special downtown here, Bay City, and then we opened up for Foghat down in Detroit. But lately, it's been more about local clubs, playing like JJ's. We've been playing a lot of like Midland Street out on the street. They have an outdoor stage during the summer concert series.
What's JJ's?
JJ's Roadhouse. It's in Shields.
Shields, okay.
Yeah, on the west side of Saginaw.
Okay.
And so Joe's actually from Hemlock, and so he has a lot of people that really support him out there.
Cool.
And so we've kind of been I feel like we've been playing in Bay City a lot.
You do, and you had the downtown, and then you did more at the Vault too, right?
Yep, we played the Vault. We actually just booked a show at the Vault in November. We're going to be opening up. We just booked it. Literally just a couple of days ago. I want to say, it was Bad Company. So we're going to be opening up for a Bad Company tribute band.
Oh, Bad Company tribute. Okay.
Yeah, not the original.
Yeah. I was like, man, Paul Rogers is coming to the
Yeah,
Vault.
that would be really something to have Bad Company.
That would be one I would not forget if it was the original.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, it's we're playing these shows that are not necessarily all original shows, so we're getting compensated a little bit more, and so we're starting to pay ourselves and still get our music out there. And we've seen our shows over this summer really grow. We just played once we released Uncaged, we played Baines out in Freeland.
Mm-hmm.
And we were on TV 12, Vince and I doing an interview for that. And we literally had probably close to 20 or 30 people show up to Baines to see us just to hear Uncaged. And we had only played it twice. Like, we just started putting it in the set.
Nice.
And so yeah, we've only performed it like 2 or 3 times. And so we're playing at the Willoo this Thursday, opening up for the Saving Abel, lead singer for Saving Abel. They're doing an acoustic show this Thursday. And then we're actually back at the Willoo on Sunday for a big Raise the Roof fundraiser for her, because they had some issues with the roof inside, and it's and we love the owners and we support them a lot. So we're putting together, like, there's tons of bands coming in. Stone Street Revival, Myron Elkins is actually going to be headlining, which is a Michigan rising voice, and so I would definitely not miss that. He's definitely making his own pathway in.
He was on the Willie Nelson show at Pine Knob this year.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing Pine Knob, playing with the Willie and Friends, you're getting recognition in the industry. So we're honored that he would even come out and play. So it's going to be a full band for him too. So, and the new band is lights out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow, man, keep him busy. So with Uncaged, I wanted to ask you, how hard is it, and how far do you think you need to go before it hits the right ears to get it into the Lion's Den?
Sure. Well, last week we
that's
had,
awesome.
Yeah, last week we had a phone call.
Good.
And we have a lot of people cheering us on. The social, the organic grassroots type of thing seems to be happening, and people really help if they have connections to the Ford family, or John Bell Smith, who's a local Bay City music curator. The podcast where he put us on heavy rotation for the Hairball John online app, and he's pulling some strings on his end. I think it just comes down to, like, how you treat people is really, how you get the blessings. And ADABOY is about treating people the right way, and how we want to be treated, and just those golden rules, that everybody should be living by. And
now, you mentioned a phone call. Was the phone call with somebody connected to the Lions?
It was with, I can say, a representative from the NFL Network.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think we're heading in the right direction.
I think so too. That's very positive.
Yeah. The goal is to license it to the Detroit Lions to be like the new run out when they come out of the tunnel.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
Yep. And I would be happy being a one-hit wonder. Yep. I will die a happy man.
Cool, man.
So is that on a single, like a 45 or?
Oh, I wish. That's expensive to do. Yeah, we don't have any vinyl yet, but that's a long lifetime dream of mine. to have my music on vinyl. Not quite there yet, but you can get it online. You can stream it and get it
Okay.
online. Yeah.
I've been in the record business all my life, and I'm just wondering how you release stuff today.
Yeah. I mean, they're out there. There's companies out there, boutique, record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely entertain that idea.
So right now it's streaming.
Yep. Streaming anywhere you can. We do it just through like anybody else. We do DistroKid, and it gets put out to every streaming platform. But yeah, this song in particular is it's getting some wings. It's just much different than our other music, just because it's
What's the perfect timing?
I saw the video.
Yeah,
I
really is
liked
perfect
the
timing.
video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we shot some content at Electric Kitsch, which is a Bay City, awesome record store. And so Jordan's a good friend of ours. And we're like, Jordan, man, he's got an awesome recording studio there too. And so
Right.
we got content in his studio and in the storefront in the record store too.
So you shot a video there for Uncaged?
We shot, I would say, content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not actually like an actual music video. It's more like performance-based type content. And so we give that raw content. We kind of have a system now. We have Google Drive set up, and we have folders in Google Drive where we, Chip and all the guys in the band have access to every file. For each song, we have a file. I know bands don't really talk about this, like the infrastructure, like behind the scenes, but what you have in Google Drive, we have access to each folder, which is each song. It's labeled each song. And then when we create content, each person, we shoot it on our iPhones, and we all went out and bought like stands, and then we each shoot ourselves. And then we have a specific title that we label it, so it's all it's uniformed. And so we individually put all of our content from our phones into that file, and then Chip will go in there and he'll take those files and put it into his AI program where he syncs it up with the lyrics, and then he'll have like a clip where he'll do like the verse and half the chorus, or he'll do like the chorus only, and then he sends it to us to get it okayed. And normally we've never said no, like he kills it. and then he posts it, and then he puts it on our calendar, and and then it comes out.
Man, the technology.
Right. I mean, well, we're writing a song. We're already into our second album.
Yeah.
We're already probably almost a dozen songs in.
Jeez.
So we're into our set, this will be technically our third album. So we have music that's we're not even playing yet. And it's we have a song called Me and My AI. So we're getting a little cheeky and fun with our songs, but it's yeah.
Well, that's another thing you left off with in the last episodes. You guys always have written various kinds of music that touch on from Americana to rock to heavy to near Christian to singer-songwriter to bluesy. You've had it all. And is this still, did that still in this past year end up continuing?
Yeah, that's the ADABOY way.
Or do you have did you guys solidify a sound?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, because I think when we look at our numbers on social media, we see the ages of the what people are looking, and we get from 12 years old to 99. And so the numbers for the age demographic that people are listening to our music, it's across the board. It's not like, it goes up, like it's not many people in the 20s are listening to our music. And then maybe if you're like a 40 or 50-year-old songwriter, it's mainly people that are in your age demographic, and then it dips down. And Chip has told us, like, that's usually the case. If you're a 20-year-old that's putting out country music, most of your age demographic is going to be people of your, in the 20s, early 30s. He notices that ours is kind of like a bar right across, where we're reaching the children, and we're reaching, the
older crowd,
older folks.
Yeah.
And and that's the type of music that we want to write. And so the goal was always to write music that is irresistible, always approachable, with a positive Christian message. Even though, we're not really singing scripture. I think a lot of people can draw from those Christian values.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask you today, because it was a little bit of the topic of last time. It's not fully Christian, but you're heading in that realm of consistency with that thought process.
Yeah.
And we've never really had a Michigan-based Christian episode for our MMHP here.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of touch on that a little bit with ADABOY and with the hard rock. I mean, it's still coming through. And
yeah, I mean, Uncaged. We've had people message us privately saying Uncaged is, even though it's about a sports team, the message can kind of be applied to maybe the temperature of the nation right now too.
Yeah.
It was intentional, but we could see the assimilation.
What studio did you record that in again?
That was at Pearl Sound Studios.
Detroit?
Yep. Yeah, okay. I guess it would be Detroit. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Chuck Elkazian.
Okay.
He's killer.
Yeah.
Great producer.
So did that give you your Nashville idea a run for the money there? Because it sounds so good. I mean, they all sound so good, but it's like...
I mean, yeah, the Neve Councils is a Neve Council. And so all of our music has been recorded on a Neve. But it's, I mean, I think that's kind of like the secret sauce, honestly. Yeah. If you can run your mics and, through a Neve console, that's the warmth that those producers get. And, the production level, it really kind of, that's where the secret sauce is.
You guys might be able to save a little more money and head to Detroit and cut your records in there.
Yeah, I mean, we could. There's lots of great studios in Michigan.
Yeah.
There's lots of great studios in Michigan. We talked about that, but I mean, we also really love Nashville too.
Well, yeah, keep your toe dipped in all the waters.
Yeah. We basically talk about we're using AI to basically target venues, and so basically what we do is like we want to play from Michigan to Nashville to Florida. And we basically want to do that I-75 trip up and down every year. We're going to be snowbirds, So in the wintertime, you're going to find ADABOY in Florida. And
that makes those tour shirts really cool too, with just that map going down and
it's
all your
coming.
dates and where,
Yep. But we're using AI. Gypsy's going to be using AI to like promote ourselves, like 15 or 20 miles around the venues that we're going to be playing shows. And that's where we're going to, so social media and AI is going to be a huge part of us actually drawing a crowd in cities that are, not us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there any other management or industry things or names that have come at you in the past year as well?
Yeah, actually, we are working, one of our mixing engineers is Paul Lonnie. And he's been, I guess he's most notable for working with Megadeth. So he's a little more on the harder side. But Paul Lonnie is a phenomenal mixing engineer. So he actually was the mixing engineer for New Strings.
Okay.
So the song that we released before Uncaged.
Yeah.
And so that's his mix. That's his, and he's from the Seattle area. Used to be a California, LA guy. And then he moved north into like Seattle.
How did he hear about you?
Once again, Vincent Modern, our lead guitarist. Okay. He's really connected. He knows people in the industry, and I believe he cold called him a couple years ago, and said, "Here's the band. We'd love to, So yeah, and that's how we've cold called a lot. And we get responses. That's the crazy thing, because we're not connected, but like I guess we just believe in the song structures and the music that we're creating, and so we're bold enough to be like, hey, you don't know us, we're ADABOY from Michigan, we'd love to work with you. Mm-hmm. And so we cold called Red39 Records. I saw an ad for them. They're only taking on four groups. Mm-hmm. And Chip called me up and said, hey, I really like your sound. And just kind of like it happened like that.
Wow.
So yeah, we're super blessed, and we're
So is there a record release date idea for this album?
Yeah, 2026. We're gonna have a big record release party.
Don't know
Well, we're
when though.
actually
Just next year.
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah, probably in the summer next
Summer.
year.
Okay. And is there tour plans or dates for the rest of the year coming up or into next year already?
Yep. A lot of it is we're breaking into the west side of the state, in Traverse City. We were talking Ann Arbor, Detroit a lot. So we're looking at playing, but it's still going to be a situation where we're going to be playing our originals, but we're going to play covers too. So
Yeah.
The opportunities to open up for A circuit bands, we'll take them as they come. But it's more about playing locally and
Building the fan base.
building the fan base. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Any other things you want to share with us?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I was talking before. I don't know how I had time to be a teacher and do this. Now that I'm not working as a full-time teacher, or a teacher at all. I'm actually not doing lessons at all either. It's full-time ADABOY. I feel like I'm busier than ever, but it's a blessed busy. I just to be able to do unapologetically, what you want to do. I think it's a freedom that I wish everyone could feel.
That's kind of like what happens when you retire.
I've heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I'm working hard, but
Yeah.
it's like when you invest in yourself, I think that is the greatest gift that you can,
Sure.
how to see the fruits of your labor.
Very definitely. Wow.
Thanks, Mike, for
Yeah.
putting in the time and giving us a report after a year. This is the first episode to go down to give an actual update in real time of how a band's been putting in the effort, the time, and I think it's going to be pretty cool to put out there to combine last year's one that comes out this Thursday, and we will force rush this in 2 weeks from then.
Awesome.
And have this one come out so people can see the contrast of what a real band does in a year.
Yeah, and plus with the excitement of Uncaged,
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
That
we'll make
sounds
sure
good.
to share it to our platform and
Thank you.
yeah.
All right.
Thanks,
man.
Mike.
All right.
Yeah, thank
Great.
you. Thank you.
All right.
On behalf of our hosts, we would like to thank the Michigan Rock Legends Hall of Fame, our guests, and especially our listeners. The MMHP is found on the 989 network, as well as all familiar podcast hubs. Up-to-the-minute information, as well as Dr. J and Sir Fred's Michigan Music Songs of the Week, can be found on the MMHP's Facebook page, /MMHP989. You can connect with Scott at scottbakermusic.com, Dr. J at michiganrockandrolllegends.com, Sir Fred at fredrife.com, and Mr. Mike on YouTube as MRBTEE1.
And on behalf of Dr. J, Sir Fred, Mr. Mike, and myself, Scott Baker, we would like to thank Eddie Switek for being the voice of the MMHP and the 989.
Our Spotify, we have not put any money towards boosting our Spotify listeners. You know how some bands do. We had 57 monthly listeners a week and a half ago, and since we released Uncaged, we're at almost 1,400. Yeah. I'm Joe sent me a text. He's like, "Have you looked at our Spotify lately?" I'm like, "No." I don't even use Spotify. Right. I don't use that.
Thing that says you got 8 monthly listeners, you got 12 monthly listeners, and it's like, okay, I don't use Spotify, so it's hard for me to get into it when they're not paying me back.
Yeah.
But you need to. I mean, it's just like putting a Facebook ad out or
it's just another form.
It's another thing you gotta have.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, but we've gained over 1,000 monthly listeners in a week and a half.
Yeah.
I think it's Uncaged.
No, for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be.
The timing is relentlessly perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That Bernard Porter from PCG, he told us when we were performing down there, he said, "There's two things I can't control, is luck and timing for any band and their success." And it always stuck with us, luck and timing he can't control. And he told us to take over Michigan, and we ended up writing this Uncaged song. And then it's, you said timing. We
That's
paid.
the name of the record, right? Luck and Timing?
We should. For real. Luck and timing.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Scott. Yeah, but I mean, we pay attention to these words that people say to us, you know, and that's that to me, that's God talking through you, you know, and we pay attention to those things. And,
Oh, that's cool.
you know, and manifesting and.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's how Sir Mac Rice, the song Respect, it says Sir Mac Rice, or Mac Rice, Bonnie Rice, actually, / Luther Ingram. But Luther Ingram, Mac told me that he just had the idea of respect. You got to respect yourself. So he wrote the actual song, but he gave him 20% just for
the idea.
the idea.
Sure.
Oh my gosh!
Now that's the staple saying.
I don't know how true it is.
I'll take
but-
20%.
That was the staple saying.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you know, I go on coming from Essexville to Bay City every day, and I'm going down when I need to go on the other side of the river. I'll take Independence Bridge,
Right.
and then turn on Marquette.
Oh,
Do you live down? Is
Yeah,
that yours?
that's
that's
Banks.
me. That's where I live.
You see that van?
I see it every day.
You do?
The magic van.
out there, and it
Yep.
says "Attaboy."
It's the
and-
Adaban.
If the van ain't shaking, don't come.
I didn't want to say it on
Good
the
shots.
thing because I didn't think it.
Yeah, that's where I live, right by the. But is that still on?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it going. This is our bonus footage, man. This is
Scott,
when Mike gets
if
free.
the van is rocking, don't come
That's it.
knocking.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, right by the Stone Docks, right there in the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now you're right in Madonna territory, at least where Madonna
I
spent a
walk
lot of
my
time.
dogs right by her house.
Oh, that's Smith
almost every day.
Street? Yeah.
That's our route. You know, that park right there. Yeah.
All right. That,
Yep, we well, that's
that
my,
was one of the things we filmed in the movie.
I do a song of the day in the beginning of my class. It's a teacher's choice, but I call it the SOTD. It's a song of the day. And then we do a rhythm of the day, ROTD. And the first 15 minutes of my class is the same thing every day. Because it kind of like psychology, it kind of regulates kids
Sure.
who are coming into a different classroom, like
Well, exactly.
feeling anxiety, or you're moving to a different classroom. And so I do the same thing in the first 10, 15 minutes of class every day. I have a song that I wrote for the kids, and they sing it back to me. It's called "Smile On." Start your day with a smile on.
Is it always the same song?
Same song?
Okay.
The kids, they sing it, they love it, they get excited,
Yeah.
but it gives them that that foundation to get ready for music class.
Yeah, I always did that in my classes too. I always had I call it the science joke of the day.
Yeah, it's
Or
so important.
or riddle,
Yeah.
science riddle of the day to start out the class and get them involved that way, and then we go
It's
into
a
the
sign
lesson.
of an expert teacher.
Well, it's just one of the tricks of the trade that you're using in your classroom,
right.
right?
And it's applicable, and it
Yeah.
gives the kids that foundation, something repeatable, so
Yeah,
it can help.
and actually they look forward to that.
And they look forward to
Oh,
it.
it. It was just, if I didn't do the science joke of the day, it was just, oh my God.
Yeah, they freak out. Yeah. Oh, and I don't even have to think about it. The kids will remind me of what's next.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And that's
Fred, do you do washboard of the day?
Where did that come from? No.
I know.
that's awesome.
Fred goes around giving lectures. I didn't know if he came out like playing for everybody or not. But another
Yeah, that'd
teacher
be
in
a
the
pretty
house.
cool part
Awesome.
of your.
Yeah.
Do you do that, Fred? Do you bring out the rub board and just kind of demonstrate a little bit to people the
I have
technique?
in my, what do you call it, where I
Presentation.
show the presentation, but I have a picture of me playing.
Yeah, but you don't actually. That might be kind of a cool
could
thing
be.
to do. Yeah.
What do you do for fun, Mike?
Scott, I play music for fun.
When do you do when you're off not doing music, buddy? What's walking your dogs?
I like to when I have chance. I like to golf.
golf. Okay.
Yeah, I like to golf.
Never talk to you about anything outside of
Oh,
music. It seems
okay.
like
I like sports. We're ADABOY's we're really big Lions fans too.
oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so we're I've been a lifetime Lions fan, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean,
Long
I
suffering.
long
long suffering until
Not anymore,
recently.
though.
Oh
Not
no,
anymore. We
no,
got
they
Super
got it
Bowl
going
this year.
now.
Super Bowl.
They got it going. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
It was close, man.
Yeah, that was
Well, we'll get into that. But
It's coming.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah,
you
that's
can
right.
smell the fall in the air.
People are
right
gonna
now.
lose their
End of
minds.
July. Yeah.
I'll tell you though, it's going to be tough going in the NFC North though.
Yeah, we watch football. Like the band will get together on Sundays.
Oh,
Yeah, they come over and we'll cook out. We'll grill and
in the banks at your house?
yeah, my place. Yeah, the guys will come over and we'll watch the game and we'll grill out in the back. And
Yeah, that's
Nice.
cool.
it's a big family.
Love it, man.
All the wives are in it. The wives travel with us when we do it, and they run the merchandise, and
Right.
then we have this backdrop. And never in my life in the last 2 years, we're signing autographs. People are getting we have a backdrop that we bought, and it kind of sets up for people take pictures with us. So it's yeah. So it's like a family.
So you travel with your backdrop? It's something that just kind of folds up. And,
Yep, it's in a bag.
Oh,
It's
wow.
got a aluminum frame.
Oh, okay.
And then it has just a pullover. We had it up at the Vault show.
Okay.
It had the white ADABOY.
Yeah, I guess I was
So it's-
looking back there
Yeah,
and
it's
paying
all
attention
right.
to it.
It's double sided, so we have one side where it's all black just with our logo
Okay.
printed on it. But if you take it down and you turn it around, it's actually a white with the ADABOY smaller letters, like a media wall.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so
Neat.
we paid for it to do a double. So we take it down, we put it by the merchandise table, and then it acts as a media wall and,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
photography
Yeah, very
background.
professional.
Cool.
Oh well, we're trying.
Yeah, well,
Enjoy.
it is. I mean, you're thinking of a Bay City band. You guys have, you're covering a lot of bases there. With the T-shirts, your backdrop, you got a lot of things going. You're looking at all the different angles. So
Sure.
that's cool.
The business side of it.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
But you make it fun too. I mean,
Well, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun,
right.
and it's a huge risk.
Yeah,
A lot of scary investing in yourself, right?
yeah,
This is just it's a passion project,
right.
but you're hoping people will react to it.
Right. Yeah.
So
Oh, cool.
it's
Heck yeah,
the
man.
gig. Yeah,
Does anybody hear about Greta Van Fleet? Or whatever they're
I know those guys.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, are they out there?
They've been touring the world.
They're arena band now.
Yeah,
They're playing in
They're-
front of
they're
20,
gigantic.
30,000 people every night.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Good for
it's
them.
yeah.
Well, it helps when you
We
got
saw them.
$250,000 to
yeah,
start off.
Yeah, right. It
Yeah.
helps.
There's a lot of stories behind that.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
It helps. I mean, it is a money game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you could put yourself in the right place,
Yeah.
puzzles comes together a lot quicker.
For sure. You can skip a lot of steps if you have financial backing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Greta Van Fleet, I wish them all the luck. Do what you do,
Yeah.
because it doesn't last. Well, the cover songs that you do are probably from
Yeah.
the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, you want to I got a list.
Yeah.
Oh.
We want to hear.
So these are the tunes that we play in when we play 4-hour shows. It is. So we do Somebody Like You by Keith Urban, Maneater, Hall & Oates, Lights, Journey, Sunday Morning by Maroon 5, You Should Probably Leave by Chris Stapleton, Easy by the Commodores, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears. While My Guitar was, we have a Beatles medley
Oh,
that we
there you go.
do three of them back to back. We do Drive My Car, Don't Let Me Down, and then we end with While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And so Vince just goes off on the guitar, you know,
Yeah.
on that tune. California Dreamin'. We do a cover of Mamas and Papas.
Yeah, you performed that at the Vault.
Yep. And
That was surprised to hear that one.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
we actually recorded, that's going to be on our album. We're going to release it as a cover.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're doing 2 covers.
Yeah, I always find it real interesting when bands include a cover. Like the Rolling Stones do that quite often. They'll
it's almost a
pull
staple
something
nowadays.
out, and do a cover of a reggae song or a song by a Motown or
Well, somebody that big, and then you get one song on a Rolling Stone album. You should be set for life.
Oh yeah, royalties.
for real,
Right.
for real.
Right.
Who just became? Oh, Bruce Springsteen. I just saw the other day.
Is he reached
He's
billionaire?
now a billionaire.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I would believe
No,
that.
I would have thought he would have been a while ago, but that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I just want to be 100 year.